Buenos días, soy Charles Cook, el abogado de inmigración aquí en Cook Baxter Immigration, el socio gerente de este bufete que formé hace años, ya son casi 20 años y más de 30 que estoy practicando la ley de inmigración. Un placer. ¿Qué está pasando? Esa semana ha sido una locura por inmigración y solamente es miércoles. ¿Qué más va a pasar? Anoche el Corte Supremo decidió increíblemente que Biden tenía que obedecer el orden del corte más bajo, del corte distrito, de reimplementar el programa de MPP, que es el programa que Trump inventó de nada, sin base en la ley, de básicamente decir a los que están pidiendo asilo de esperar a México por su audiencia. Now, la única razón que Trump pudo hacer esto, y hay que recordar que un corte federal tomó la decisión el año pasado que tal proceso era ilegal, no tenía base en la ley, pero esa decisión fue parado cuando la administración de Biden dijo vamos a cancelar el programa. Entonces el orden de este corte fue parado y un nuevo corte hecho por un juez trompazo que tiene que reimplementar algo que otro juez dijo que era ilegal. Y el Corte Supremo dijo, sí, tienes que hacer esto. Pero el único modo que Trump pudo hacer esto era con el acuerdo de México. No podemos tirar personas a México simplemente porque queremos hacerlo. Entonces, Biden ya tiene que pedir a México, oh, por favor, toma la gente. No, lo que Biden tiene que hacer es poner un otro memo, tal vez una publicación, y dice, vamos a cancelar el programa porque no funciona, es ilegal, un corte ha dicho que es ilegal y no vamos a... Es lo que tiene que hacer correctamente. Es el mismo error que hizo Obama cuando puso la DAPA. No siguió la ley. Podemos ver esto viniendo como un tren en el ferrocarril. Era fácil de ver. Pero otra vez, no me están llamando a la Casa Blanca. No, así es. Entonces, la MPP, la Quédate en México, van a reimplementar, pero no sabemos cuándo. Pero Biden todavía está tirando personas a México bajo la 42B, a la orden de la CDC de tirar gente por COVID, sin aún querer si no tienen el COVID. Otra vez locura. Un otro cambio loco, pero bueno, yo creo, en mi opinión, si usted quiere pedir la residencia, tiene que tener vacuna de COVID. Mira, hermanos, hermanas, mis amigos, obtenga la vacuna, ¿ok? Obténgalo. No es duro, ¿ok? Salva tu vida. Mi sobrino el otro día ya tuvo que ir, él tuvo la COVID, la vacuna, y fue al hospital. Y lo salvó su vida por las medicinas que tiene, pero si no hubiera tenido la vacuna, dijeron que hubiera muerto. Obténgalo, salva tu propia vida, ¿ok? Eso es un requisito empezando el 1 de octubre, pero hágalo ahorita. Váyate, ya está aprobado, vete ahorita. Yo estoy esperando, en un mes puedo tomar el tercer shot, el tercer vacuna. Lo voy a hacer de inmediato. Mira, el Corte Supremo también anunció que van a oír un caso acerca de que los que son detenidos pero no pueden ser deportados pueden tener una audiencia de fianza. Vamos a ver, cosas locas. También, Inmigración anunció que van a poner, lo siento que tengo un tos, no tengo COVID, tengo un tos, pero tengo que van a poner una nueva regla de carga pública, pero no están hablando de eso, van a tener una audiencia, una llamada telefónica donde gente puede ir y decir lo que piensa. Entonces, la razón es, bueno, esa ha sido la ley por 25 años. Es que nunca pusieron una regla formal. Y Trump quiso hacerlo y fue considerado ilegal y parado, pero ya tiene que poner algo bueno. Entonces, no es tan malo esto y van a hacerlo correctamente. Además, tenemos gente, podemos reportar que tenemos muchos clientes con la visa U pendiente que ya están recibiendo sus permisos de trabajo y la noticia que su caso es bueno y para poner su permiso de trabajo. Entonces, si somos sus clientes, si tienen la visa U, llámanos y veremos si ya puedes poner tu permiso de trabajo. Pero qué chévere. Otro cambio bueno que hizo Biden, pero nadie habla de las cosas buenas que hizo Biden. También tenemos, ¿qué más? Un juez federal dijo que la ley que están usando para castigar personas por reentrar después de deportación es racista y no pueden hacerlo. Eso es una buena cosa. Eso es algo muy, 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 muy bueno y soy muy animado que lo están haciendo. Ojalá ellos pueden llevar a cabo esto y ya no tendremos los castigos por la gente en tal situación. Voy a pedir a mi asistente que me traiga un poco de agua porque mi voz está un poco loco. Entonces voy a mandarle una email y mientras que estamos hablando. Ok. Entonces ella va a hacer esto y mientras vamos a seguir hablando. Por supuesto, también sabemos, y voy a hacer eso en inglés un momentico, que los cortes de inmigración, Corte Federal, va a recibir de nosotros hoy día una carta diciendo, mire, el gobierno no está de acuerdo con aprobar los 9,000 visas de DB 2020 antes de 2 años. Y eso es Elena, mira, esa es estupidez. Y por mis amigos cubanos y otros que tienen sus visas aprobados antes del COVID cerró todo y no vinieron, hemos preguntado, ¿qué van a hacer? El juez dijo que pueden entrar. ¿Cómo lo interpretan ustedes? No quieren contestar. Entonces ya estamos haciendo la pregunta al juez. Okay. Un modo de hacerlo. Entonces vamos a hacer algunas preguntas aquí. Voy a contestarlos en inglés y los en español, pero por supuesto estamos aquí para ayudar a todos para tener sus preguntas contestadas. Okay. First question, I just did all that in Spanish, everybody. I'm not going to do it in English. Today was kind of a Spanish day, but I am going to answer English questions. Rus, babe, Mr. Cook, go play 11 months, didn't even issue Detroit visas for Ronnie. They keep ignoring us. Please, it'll be our voice as judge. Rus, I don't know. Let me look around. Oh, yeah, I did that already, didn't I? You're welcome. You're welcome. I accept your thanks. We're working on it. All right. Gracias, Vanessa. Vanessa dice que estoy en fuego. Gracias. Liz Tammy, do you know how many GO plaintiffs are still not DQ? No, because not every GO plaintiff is answering us. So we don't know. I can't give you a number. Now, maybe you want to tell GO plaintiffs they should put their updates in our database so we can get that number. No, we don't have any idea. Go, dear attorney, can we ask for more plaintiff's judgments as KCC is violated? Oh, wait a second. Let me. Oh, yeah, we did that too. You're welcome. Wong Tori, hello, Wong, good to see you. When will a finalist go? Ooh. No sé. Cuando el juez lo hace. Mira, es la decisión del juez, hermano. No podemos. I have no idea when they're going to get a final decision. When the judge decides. Period. We've already told you that 1 billion times. I can't give you a date. Anyway, DV 2020. Well, tune in today because about 5 o'clock, we're going to be submitting our status report to the judge. And the government's going to try to explain, because they won't tell us why they need 2 years. They won't tell us other than we're busy. Can't do it. Impossible. Impossible. Thank you. Claudia is amazing. Asombrosa es ella. Gracias. Mucho mejor. Okay. So, we don't know. So tune in. I'll post it on the Twitter machine. And you can see the link to what the government writes, because they won't tell us. El gobierno no nos dirá. They won't tell us. They just say we're too busy. Too busy. Too busy. And what they should be saying is, look, We intentionally created a massive backlog by not doing our job effectively, and we don't have any management capability to figure out how to get this done, even though they are constantly hiring new officers. And in fact, in my update today, you'll see the link to the website. They were hiring new officers. And by the way, you've all paid them. You paid them money for an appointment. So why do you bear the burden of their incompetent management? And I love consular officers, generally speaking, good people trying to do their jobs, but management has screwed them. Absolutely. Osama Saeed, is there still a chance you will tell the judge what happened today? No, Osama, what are you talking about? We've told the judge this. He already knows it. It's already in our pleadings. So no, we don't need to tell him anything else. He knows. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Vanessa. Raul, Rahel, do you expect a solid decision? I don't know. Charles, please advise how the Chuck Robardi case is going. We are fighting for plaintiffs, by the way, and getting you, our plaintiffs, approved before the end of the year. That is our primary goal. Our secondary goal is to get all the visas reserved because they're not going to get to everybody. That's obvious. They're just not going to do it. Even, I think I told you last week, we had a client that filed like October 25th approved. No interview, just approved. Now, it wasn't a step-down case, but they approved it. Well, just like that, just like about 3 weeks ago after we filed, they were in plaintiff, and nothing. We've got others that are getting approved. We know plaintiffs have been approved, a couple of them, but they're not going to get to everybody. So we have to ask for the secondary relief for our clients. That's what we do. That's what we told you. So stop doubting, okay? Does Judge Maynard know about Annunciata TV plaintiffs waiting for relief? No, Ronald, he doesn't know. No, he has no idea. Wong Tori, what's your opinion why judges hold of it? I have no opinion. He's a federal judge. He gets his decisions when they do. Hey, Charles, any detailed information of each 2020? Nope. Go. How many CNs scheduled recently? Does this help go plaintiffs? I don't know. That's a question you should ask Britt Simon about, because he's actually more informed about how the DV process normally works. Hamza, good evening. Do you think there is an opportunity in Congress to recover the lost visas from DV 2021? Is there an opportunity? Yes. Will it happen? I don't know. Amit, ¿cómo estás? Pensando en poner un waiver 601A para vacunarme, para no vacunar por razones morales y religiosos. Okay. Well, no, razones morales son irrelevantes. Okay. ¿Cuál es su religión? Voy a ser honesto, tú eres el problema. El problema es que todavía tenemos COVID por gente que no quiere vacunarse. ¿No quieres vacunarte por todo lo demás? Hay como 15 vacunas que tienes que tener para arreglarse aquí en los Estados Unidos. ¿Cuál es tu religión? ¿Qué religión eres? Okay. ¿Qué religión prohíbe vacunas? ¿Christian Scientists? ¿Los testigos de Jehová? Ese es el problema, hermano. Okay. Loveless. Oh, Loveless, ¿cómo estás? Los que tienen deportación previa, ¿algún alivio por la decisión del juez? ¿Qué juez? No sé qué decisión estás hablando. Es un poco incierto su pregunta. Rebeca Payán, Rebeca, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué va a pasar con los aplicantes nuevos de DACA que han sido detenidos? Van a ponerlos en una caja y esperar. Con la nueva reforma dice que pueda pasar en octubre, van a poder entrar a ellos. Well, que es excelente pregunta, Rebeca. Casi me olvidé de lo que hizo ayer el Congreso. Es que ya van a incluir, no es el último paso, una persona está entre reforma y actualidad, la realidad. Y esa es la parlamentaria, la mujer encargada de decir si es legal o no legal de poner asuntos de inmigración en la reconciliación. Debe ser, porque es un modo de pagar por mucho de la reconciliación, pero es ella que decide. Pero si lo hace, tendrá el DREAM, entonces todos los DREAMers, más amplia que DACA, será mucho más amplia, incluirá doble o triple más las personas de DACA, van a poder arreglar, incluyendo ellos. ¿Okay? Entonces eso es bueno. También tienen el TPS, la residencia, los que trabajan en agricultura, la residencia, tendrá un otro legalización por los que trabajan en trabajos esenciales, comida, servicio, hospitalidad, hospitales, salud, medicina. La ley probablemente no, pero todo esto habrá como 5 o 6 millones de gente. Entonces, ese va a cubrir mucha gente. También tal vez tendrá un modo de salvar visas, de recuperar visas, pero eso va a ser muy amplio. Pero los que pusieron su primer DACA van a ser protegidos. Okay? So if someone was denied entry and was a dreamer, can they try to come back? I don't understand that question. Why they were a dreamer and got deported? I don't understand the question, Vanessa. I need more details. Yo Josué, el juez me dio salir voluntario en 2010, no salí porque me dieron TPS, salí en 2010. El juez, su residente permanente me puede pedir. No, su esposa ciudadana te puede pedir. Hay que hablar con su esposa. Oye, esposa, hay que jugarse. Okay. Excelente pregunta, Josué. ¿Dónde estamos? Hemos corrido rápido. Hi, Charles. What is your expectation for DV 2022? That it's going to be a nightmare. What we learned yesterday is that the government is sending consular officers from around the world to Kabul, or requiring them to work on parole requests, SIV cases remotely from consulates around the world. So they're taking people from Peru and saying, you're going to work on SIV cases from Kabul. You know, the stuff they should have been doing years ago. This is what is so frustrating. This is an intentional screw up. And now they want to say, well, you need to give us time to fix our screw up, our mismanagement, our poor decision making. You need to give us years to fix that. No, we don't. That's not right. That's not right. You need to figure it out. Have you asked Congress for $1 billion to fix the problem you caused? Have you even done that? Have you asked for $1 million, $100 million? Have you asked for anything? No, you haven't. So stop pleading poverty to me. Eso está muy mal por parte de inmigración. Yo no sé, yo creo que es muy bueno. Absolutamente. Debe tener una obligación de tomar la vacuna. Punto, fin de la historia. Punto. La vacuna te va a salvar tu vida. Punto. Damián, saludos a usted. Gracias, Damián. Oh, Damián, ¿cómo estás? Mira, ¿te gustó? Me gusta su foto. Mr. Please get the cough checked. I'm resolved. It's just a dry voice. Buenas tardes, abuelo, mi hermano aplicó por la visa. Ya debe, ahorita están haciendo los antes de parar adjudicación para hacer análisis por visa de trabajo, estaban trabajando en julio. Entonces, pronto. Probablemente por el fin del año, es lo que pienso. EB3 is not current, got Cricket interviewed. Oh my God, really? This is what's crazy. This is crazy. Why are they scheduling you? Why are they wasting time? Has anybody literally opened a file and looked at, okay, I'm going to use a brain cell today. I'm going to use a brain cell. Oh, we can't approve him. Let's not waste time on an interview. But here's the deal. If we reserve all the numbers and so we're going to reserve 100, they're not going to get to 100,000, by the way. So they're going to reserve 150, 160,000 visas, going to have another 260, 270 come down. They're going to have 400,000 visas, which basically wipes out a huge chunk of the backlog. And so, yeah, they should interview you because you should be approved because the date should be current on October 1, but they're not moving the date. So, yes, very frustrating. I agree. Crazy, nutty stuff. When should we expect feedback from Judge Mehta? Oh, you already asked about that. On the DV 2020? Great question. I think he's going to move very quickly. I'm going to guess he's going to ask for a conference call. It's my guess. I don't think he's going to be happy that the government basically refuses to negotiate. They already told him 2 years, and in the hearing, he just scoffed at that, and counsel, including us, said that's just wildly unreasonable. And they literally, that's all we could do. That's their best offer? We're not going to do your case? Yeah, not good. Let's see. Thank you. You're on G. DV 2022 going to be crazy. By the way, anybody, cualquier persona que ganó DV 2022, if you won DV 2022, fill out your DS. I don't care what your number is. Fill out your DS-260 and send your documents without asking. Do it now. Send them in. Bury these people. It's your only hope. It's your only hope. You're like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's your only hope. Can you deny a 61 if the waiver signature is different than the passport? Are you saying that on the form, your signature is different? I don't understand the question because that doesn't make any sense. Why would the same person's signature be different? I mean, substantially different. ¿Sabe algo de DACA? No, DACA está pendiente con el corte, está en apelación y ojalá los DACA no será necesario después de que pasen una ley. Ojalá. Abogados, saludos, bendiciones, excelente tarde cuando las personas justos y su vida hacen las cosas como... Oh, gracias. I know, mucho gusto. Hi, Go played no deal between the government and Gomez case. What is the impact on Go? Well, do you think they're going to be any different when the judge orders them to reserve 45,000 visas or 40,000 visas? I don't think they're going to be any different. They clearly are trying. Remember, at the oral argument, they said, we have scheduled 6,000 people. The argument was July, 17th? And they said that they scheduled 6,000 people for interviews for DV in August and September. And we know there's a lot more people than that being done. So clearly somebody lit a fire under these guys, but a lot of them are going to be canceled because of this whole Kabul thing. Let's see. Apply for a waiver. 18 waivers, Jefferson, are taking 18 to 24 months. If you're talking about a 601A, they're taking forever. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Abogado, buenas tardes. El MPP aplica para todos. Sí, por todos. Hasta los mexicanos. Okay. Some big cases, 85. Yes, I already know. I know. I have no explanation for you, and neither does the government. Do you think the plaintiff will get a priority in visa reservations? Well, Ahmad, we are asking for plaintiffs that priority. What about DV 2022? I already told you. That's going to be a poop show. Ramesh, EBAOS case. What kind of responsibility is the government attorney and when? Well, again, we're going to summary judgment on this. So the government's going to say you can't reserve, and we're not going to do your cases. That's what they're going to say. They're not going to cave. I mean, they're clearly going to fight, which is stupid. Because there is a subset of people at USS that want us to win. We talk to them. We know they want us to win. So why not let us win? So government, we agree with Cook. You should order us to reserve the numbers. We can't get to them. It's fair. That's what should happen. So that's kind of where we are. All right, we're still waiting back from the government, and we should have that. Let me check Pacer real quick too, while we're at it. The government response is due September 3rd. Let's get in here. Let me just take a look at my handy dandy database. Handy dandy. And see what we got here. I got to do a couple things to get to the case. This thing is not exactly the most easy to use system, but it's not that hard either. So let's take a look at Liu versus Mayorkas. And I'm looking by their screen over here in case you're curious why I'm looking to the left. And government response is due on 9/3. That's the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. I need the Chakrabarti, not Lou. Hold on here. There's Chakrabarti. There we go. And I was looking at the H-1B case, which we, by the way, sent in a whole bunch of lists of questions. So the government says, I'm not sure we're going to answer these, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So let's see. So they're due 9/3. Our response is going to be a 9/10, and we're asking for a court hearing quickly thereafter. So we should have a court hearing before the end of the month and an order for the judge for the end of the month. That's what we're asking for. So there you go. So the government response is going to be to oppose us, is my guess, because they refused to join the preliminary injunction. Con todo respeto, no tengo por qué darle explicaciones de mi religión. Ustedes, ok, si su religión dice, pero mi hermano, tendrás que decirle al gobierno cuál religión. No es suficiente decir mi religión. si su religión no tiene como un base de fe de no tomar vacunas, tendrás que tomar la vacuna. Así se funciona. Y no tienes derecho de hacerlo con su cuerpo como quieres. Es la razón que mandamos que pongan un cinturón. Así es. El país no es tan libre como pienses. María Rosa, ¿cuándo se tendrá respuesta de lo que diga el servicio restaurado por el juez Meta? Pronto, ojalá. Let's see. Tenemos muchas preguntas hoy. Roniel, ¿sabes cuándo el juez Meta dará su verdicto? No sabemos. En octubre 2020 metimos mi iOS. Mi trabajo de PERM con ustedes aún no ha llegado de usos nada de Work Permit. Son muy atrasados de 11 a 12 meses. Sí, no es normal, pero es lo que está pasando. Y tenemos otros casos en los que no ha llegado. Es horrible. Pero debe llamar a su paralegal para que ella le explique esto otra vez. Liz Tam, it would be nice if go to inform you if they're. I know, that would be really nice if we would know. That would be great, right? On the database that everybody knows they have access to. Anything, a legal document, doctors, nurses, immigration bill. Well, yes. Basically, document people with visas, if they H-1Bs or pending 140s or whatever that are waiting in line, every one of you would be able to adjust under the essential workers clause, regardless of country of origin. So, yeah, it would be a really big deal. That's what we understand the bill to be. Language is not written yet, but that's what we understand the bill to be. Will the judge certify a class motion? I assume you're talking about about the I don't know what the name of the case is. I don't know. I don't think he will, honestly. I don't know. I will tell you, the judge thinks he doesn't have to. So you got that. Can you just answer the question as a lawyer about personal input of vaccines? My question as a lawyer is exactly what I think you should do. And no, you don't get to choose what you put in your bodies in America. That's actually not the case. So my personal opinion is you should get vaccinated. And I have fully support the government's right to ask for vaccines because it's written in the law. All right. Liz Tammy, thank you, Trust for Never. You're welcome, Liz. Your failure to plan with them. Maybe I'll quote that in our brief if we have to write one. Did Grace Meng recover? We don't know. It's out there. It's floating around. We don't know what's going to be in there. My case says ready to schedule interview. Well, are you talking about what kind of case? An EB case? An employment-based case? I don't know what case. Sayra Valle. Buenas tardes, abogado. Soy ciudadana americana y quiero saber si ayuda al gobierno. Afectará el momento que arreglo. No lo afecte. Hágalo si necesitas hacerlo. No le afecte. Mohammed, we need your support to get a solution with the embassy. Mohammed, I think I told everybody the problem with Cairo, and actually most countries around the world, is that you're taking officers off the line and making them adjudicate SIV cases, which they should have done for years. End of the DV date, which is why, Precious, we are asking for an extension and reserving the numbers, because we knew all along. When it was obvious in November when we filed the Enunciado, they weren't going to do them. We knew that. But that's why we asked for them. So what is the advantage of Go's summary judgment? It came out with it's a final order. It means done. There's no more orders to be done. He reserves all the numbers and we're done. And our plaintiffs get relief because these are ours are individual mandamus and reservation cases. So that's kind of the idea there. As a plaintiff in the EB delay case, if my medical is not done, they're not supposed to adjudicate you without your medicals. What you might want to do, AJ, is talk to your lawyer who submitted your adjustment and send in your medical now. Send it in now. All right. And you can do that creating a barcode. Your lawyer should know how to do that. And so I would get it in if I were you. That's what I would do. Would you have the government attorney regarding places that do not have a movement? Well, government attorney is actually on vacation. And we insist that she work on vacations. We actually had no way to reach out to her. Again, its case only filed a few weeks ago. Once she files a response, we will reach out again. But yes, most of the plaintiffs haven't had movement, and they know that. Let's see. Any chance for Afghan 2020? Yes. You're welcome, Monica Mayor. Philip, great job. Philip from Ghana. I know you're a Go plaintiff. I remember seeing you email me all the time. We keep hoping. Hola, saludos desde el Perú. Eso debe ser Inca Cola. Si era Inca Cola, sería mucho mejor. Entonces, otra vez, saludos a mi país de corazón. Magdalena Castro, abogado, buenas tardes. Una pregunta, yo metí papeles para mi hijastra y en diciembre 2020 nos aprobaron todo, solo estamos esperando a la ciudad Juárez. Soy ciudadana americana, ella actualmente tiene 19 años, tiene hijo y hoy cumple 3 años. Mi pregunta es, ella está en México y trabaja y estudia, ella puede arreglar visa de turista al niño y no le perjudica en nada su caso. No perjudica, probablemente no lo van a dar porque va a emigrar, pero y ahorita están fijando citas por los que cumplieron sus papeles en marzo de 2020. What is going on Friday for Milligan? Nothing that I'm aware of. Is something going on in Milligan? Let's see. I'm going to look at the Milligan docket report. What's going on in Milligan? Let's see. I'm scrolling the status reports here. Oh, joint status report is due. Yes, the government. I'm sorry, I kind of put my mind around what you're asking for. The government and us are submitting a status report about who's left. And we're working with the government on that. That's what's going to be submitted. Who's left? And the judge wants to know why. This is a really good thing because I think once he gets, he's going to go adjudicate all the, now that, because it's been 8 months, right? Plus however long you waited before then. And mandamus is part of Milligan. So adjudicate the case. He didn't want to do the mandamus before, and now look at it. So we'll see. Any hope for DV 2017 and 19? Not unless somebody passes a law. Abogado, yo apliqué por TPS hace 5 años, no me diga, yeah, exactamente. Está inconsistente. La sistema entera no funciona primero dentro, primero que sale. No funciona así. Es una agencia mal gerenciado, que no puedes creerlo. Si negocios privados operaron como ellos operan, serían bancarrota. In case the order, unfortunately, will not cover all plaintiffs, will we appeal? Yes, we will appeal. Absolutely. Hola, abogado, ¿qué sabe de permiso con parol? Yo entré y después de 2 años ya no siguieron renovando el permiso. Con las leyes se puede hacer algo. Ahora, yo tengo que entender mejor su caso. Llame, pero si es la otra cosa, por supuesto. Ustedes pueden llamarme por una cita. Ahí está el número. Llame por la cita. Okay. Estoy aquí esperando tu llamada. Ok, entonces, a ver. Okay, vamos a apelar. Oh, Judge Maida will issue the site. I don't know. Will the government appeal? We have asked them this question, and they said they haven't asked their bosses. And they do need permission. They need permission from the Solicitor General, from the Biden administration to appeal. If the Biden administration is truly pro-immigrant, they will not appeal. Osama Saeed, what is your comment on lawyer Jeff Pinion that is one order for all cases prior to plaintiffs? I don't know what's Jeff's opinion you're talking about. So I'm really confused. Regarding 100,000 Greek card wage, do you think I do think. I think it can work. We wouldn't have filed it if we didn't think it could work. My job is not to waste my time nor my client's money to fight. But this is a fight that's been needed to come for a long time. I've talked about this for years. But really, until we saw this massive wastage, it didn't really congeal. I think we've got really good arguments on this. I mean, not the least of which is not necessarily the reservation of visas, but the assigning of visas. So under the statute for both H-1Bs and adjustment of status cases for EBs, the language is the same. And in the H-1B context, they assign a number when somebody is selected, not when they file, or when they file. So it's selected. And if nobody applies, the numbers go back, or they get denied to go back in the system. But in the adjustment, EBs, they assign it when it's approved. Well, if you assigned a number when it was filed, there's no wastage. No way. And they can take as long as they want to adjudicate them. You think they do that? I'm just saying, would you think they do that? I think we got a great case. What does random order mean? Bing, 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 bing. That is the question that needs to be asked that the government will not answer. It does not mean, now the statute in fact says random order, but the statute's talking about the selection process. So every 15 million, 20 million applications, there's a random selection. But the processing is generally done in rank order first. Well, actually, by documentary qualification first, then by rank order, supposedly. So the judge's order is confusing the issue. My wife and I have expired. I'm waiting for the answer to that question. So it'll be a pickup if we follow to join. He has F100. Well, hopefully we can get approved and he can go back home and process. Healthcare Worker Resilience Act. I think that, Lavina, I think that's going to be in the overall bill. I do. Nothing's going to pass on its own. So if it's going to pass, it's got to be in the bill. Luego, buenos días, bendiciones. Tengo una pregunta que quizás no tiene mucho que ver con inmigración. Mi pregunta es, ¿las personas pueden hacer crédito? Sí, sí se puede. Si la respuesta es sí, ¿alguna manera de crédito obtenido se puede mover en una vez? Well, no te va a ayudar en cuanto a ser legal. Eso no te ayuda por esto, pero sí te puede hacer crédito. Abogado, no se escucha la respuesta, la señal está mala. Magdalena, no sé la que pregunta, no escuchaste. Lo siento. USM is closed. Yes, I kind of heard that in the news. Bruce, thanks, Charles. I want you to pay. Can the judgment reserve go plaintiff's visas after 3 years? Yes, he can. He can, kind of what we asked him to do. In my argument, I even said it. Reserve our plaintiff's visas, and by the way, serve all of them. I reserve our plaintiff's visas. File a pros for EBJ and never refused to adjudicate my case. You filed a pro se. So you filed your own lawsuit? Yeah. That's like operating on your own brain. Generally not a good idea. Patel, I came to the U.S. legislature, became a mother of citizen. I became a mother of citizen. I don't understand, Patel, your question. I'm sorry. It's just a little too confusing. Maria no hay de qué. This has got to be one of the dumbest things on here today. Really. Ronald DaCosta, how is it likely the judge gave Cassaldes regardless? I don't know. You keep asking questions for things I don't know the answer to. I think he will give separate decisions because there's separate cases pending. Mara Trey Quintero, abogado, mi hijo es menor de edad, está bajo caso de asilo, pero tu enfrentamiento en la escuela tiene una cita en corte juvenil. ¿Eso podría afectar nuestro asilo? No, pero debes tener un discurso con su hijo de no ser estúpido en hacer cosas malas en la escuela. Peru is DQ, most big winners. We have a feeling that we'll have a big call soon. I hope. That's my plan. How much DV20? By a lot. We're going to buy a lot. Any updates on DACA delays for renewals? No, Joanna. We're coming to the point where maybe we need to be suing them on that too. We'll see. Okay, that's the last of our questions for today. Once again, if you want to talk to me, make an appointment. Zoom, in person, telephone, wherever you are in the world, we can do it. You can also make appointments online at our immigration.net website, which is right there. And we're here to help our clients. We want to make sure all our clients get the place where they need to be to really move their life forward. Let's get your life moved forward. Thank you, everybody, for listening today. We'll see you next Wednesday on this little show here. And, of course, we will see you on Monday night on our Impact Litigation channel. We'll see you then.